Okay, okay. So first we have to identify what are the difference between occurs and what are the situations. There is some situation which affect us. That is what we see. If we talk about the perception, if I am seeing you when painting, you will see a different things and I will see and preserve and perceive other things. So it will depend upon the how we see and how we are thinking, which depend about the thinking process. If we are taking in now the controversial issue like as a vaccine, everybody is thought that it is not a good for health and it will create a negative symptoms in the body. But if you are see the perspective of that vaccine, you will find out it is a good for our health. It will not create a mess in your health. It will create it will a benefit for your health. So like that, there are lots of issues, lots of things you see with different things. If you are seeing the sun, which is sunset time, somebody seeing like it is sunrise and you will see that it is a sunset. So it depends because in the both situation, sun position is the same if it is rising or it is sunset. So it's depend on you. You will analyze as per the time key. Now it's a sunset time, so it's a sunset and it's a sunrising. So it's a sunrise. What you see and how you see that, and then how you view all the things and what you do in that situation. Just an example, मैं अपना personal example लेती हूँ. When I went to the other house, we never see anything around कि what are the things putting in the place and how their ceilings or lots of the things, what are the accessories they are using. I just go that home and talk with that people, do the meaningful and came out. After that, my mother asked me, "You see the Jhumar and you see the wall painting?" I said, "I don't see that because my interest is not that." My mother perspective is like that they see around what are the things is putting there. So it's a perception for both of us. So what we are seeing, so it is a lens principle. So it's depends what we are seeing and what our perspective is, and it is created by lots of things. It is not a one day view. So there are some factors which affect our perceptions or our view through which we see. That is our genetic principles. मतलब हमारे genetically some conditions will arise and some features, some habits which already we inculcate in our habits. And second is our self image. If every time we are disappointing by the other people and everybody disheartened us or everybody comparing us, so our image also create like us, always we compare with us.
Almost like 10 pages and twice. Just trying to understand what this book talks about, because last week we were talking about taking inspirations and elevating the ideas to the next level to make it more of our own idea, or to bring a little bit of our creativity into the idea and elevating it to the next levels, or making it original to our creativity, right? So when I was reading it, he kind of gave few examples and also spoke about a creative curve. So he says when you have an idea, if you want to approach people or ensure that your idea is accepted by people, it is very very important that you understand what people are looking for, or you understand what your audiences want, right? We generally talk, we want to show people what they want, right? That's exactly what creativity is all about also. It's about the preferences versus familiarity. That's the curve he shows, the bell curve he shows. He says it can be a familiar idea, but there is some newness which is bring into, which you brought into the idea, and you are presenting it to the audiences, so it is accepted by them. And people also accept things which they want to or they like for example, I'm not someone who tries new cuisines. I like food which I am interested in or I like to eat, or I'm not someone who will go for really really creative ones which I have never tried. I'll go for something which I've tried or elevated a bit, and I like to have that kind of food. So bit of creativity is fine, but not something which I have never tried, right? Because there is a fear always that you might like it or you might not like it. So that's how we need to approach the people also when we are creating ideas. Uh, and also he talks about an example from medieval times. If we all remember, uh, there were Greeks or who were really interested in these arts or paintings, right? At that point of time, they all gathered, and they all gathered group of painters. It was not an individual individual in the past to have painters or paintings. It was all group tasks. Eventually, it became a business model because everyone understood individually that, okay, if I do this, I can make money or I can be an artist. I'm looked upon as a creative person. So that's when Leonardo came out, and a lot of people came out as an artist and came out as painters or someone who are very creative in their artistic forms, right? So that's one of the examples that he gave. It's an inspiration, it's an idea. There were group painters, and eventually it actually became an individual art or creativity of the people. And if we take latest examples, right? He was talking. I mean, there is one example which I heard from one of the videos, not from the book, but yeah, from one of the videos, is about Facebook and campus networks. How many of us heard of campus network? Yeah, none of us, right? Because campus network is exactly similar to Facebook. It was launched a week or 10 days Facebook with more functionalities, which had more advanced features in it. But it failed miserably, and it was also created by the same similar set of students from similar kind of college or school that they went to. But it did not click because it was very overwhelming for the audiences or the people who were using it, right? It had too many features which were not really user friendly. Facebook is very user friendly today. We all enjoy it because it's a click away for us. We open it, we post it, and we say like and dislike, whatever emoji comments, right? It's just a click away. But campus network was not very user friendly. That's why it did not click, and Facebook took over the world in social media. And um, and also there was one really good example again from the recent times, or today's example, about Netflix. We all know about Netflix and the content that goes there, right? It's little offbeat from the other platforms, other OTT platforms that we have, and most of us prefer Netflix over a lot of other content platforms that we have. So if we know about their CCO, who is a content chief content officer, his name is Ted Sarandos. He uh, he actually worked in various video stores initially. So he used to watch a lot of videos or movies or a lot of content to sell those videos to the people who are walking into the stores. So that's how he became very familiar. He understands the patterns of this or what people likes generally. So when he got into Netflix, also he always says, for me, it is not about the advertisements. There are no advertisements on Netflix, if I'm not wrong. I'm not a OTT person, but I'm just trying to understand. But Netflix has no advertisements or does not get paid from advertisements. They have very offbeat content and also serial contents, right? Because people are more interested when it is serials on the, I mean, when it is a series on the platform and it is provided at a time, because they binge watch it or they watch it at a time, at a stretch, and there are no advertisements or nothing which is interrupting them, and there is good content and little offbeat and what we want to watch. So he has actually got those patterns from the jobs he has done in the past. He understands 70% of the Netflix content that goes is all about his instinct. He watches the entire series, he understands if people are going to like it, and then 30% of it is from the ratings from the past or previous shows which were on the platform. So it's more about understanding and elevating the ideas, right? He is also taking the content which is available on other OTT platforms, but he knows where he gets the maximum rating and revenues from also. So that's how he actually differentiates himself and gets in a little bit of his creativity or his elevation to the OTT platform. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I think we need to bring in our own little creativity to the existing ideas, which we can actually own it and present it to the people like the way they want, and that's when we see success also. Thank you so much, everyone.
Absolutely. It's a great talk, Tyson. I think, yeah, you nailed it because that book clearly talks about what customer wants than what you want. So most of the times, people fail in marketing is up to my knowledge is always we try to market things what we like rather than what the customer likes. So we always talk about what we like, and we fail in getting that done. So I was watching one of this ad of I think Dyson. What is this vacuum cleaner? Actually, amazing ad. So they talks about all the pain points what women can go through at home, what are the things that they have, and they brought in everything in their showing. So if any women watches that, no, it's people who have work at home, definitely they'll pay whatever amount is they pay and then buy that now particular vacuum cleaner. How they have marketed those things, it's amazing. So that's what we need to content on, I think. Good stuff. So when we make more creativity and bring in our own thoughts and what customer wants, I think everything works well. Good stuff.
Thanks,
So
Sam.
good.
You.
Creative Curve. I think I don't have that book probably. So question to you again, Yao. How many books have you read till now, approximately? I know you cannot count now.
No, I didn't read many, so I think it's about 10 to 12. I don't
Maximum.
read a
Okay.
lot. Yeah. I
Okay.
don't read
You like watching videos. I know that.
Yeah,
You told me sometime.
I watch
Good.
and learn, but this book I'm reading and I'm watching also for me to understand the content. So,
Good. Great.
and that reading out loud. My mom is going bonkers sitting there. What are you doing? Talking to yourself.
Okay. Great. Okay. So we have next speaker, Vidya. Vidya, you want to start?
Yeah, hi. I'll be talking about autobiography of a yogi, and the yogi is Yogananda Paramahamsa. And the book is about 450 pages, and I can't believe I just managed to finish it thanks to the book club being at 9 p.m. So there are a lot of things running in my head right now. I've shortlisted one particular about Mahatma Gandhi at meeting this particular yogi meeting Mahatma Gandhi. It was a revelation for me to read such kind of things because somehow yoga and I just don't seem to get along. I know meditation is really important, but somehow I can dance for hours, but I don't think I can meditate and sit for 15 minutes or so. But I felt I should read this book. I should try to get over my things that I considered difficult or literally impossible. I was finding it really hard. I told Samjosh that I will try to figure out reading this book or something. Thank you, Daisy. Dance is a form of meditation. Yeah, truly, it is. But he put my name there, so I felt obligated to finish those 450 pages. But I can tell you honestly, I don't think I'll have to do this book again. So coming back to Mahatma Gandhi, meeting Mahatma Gandhi, it's amazing. I mean, he's the way he's written the book. It is inspiring, yes, educational, and kind of like fiction. I was so surprised. I was reading it like I would read a fiction book, except that many of the language there is, he was born in 1893 or something. And this is the 5th edition of this book, Autobiography of a Yogi. And he has basically taken his guru from Bengal or Jharkhand, I think, and he's spread his teachings in the Western countries. So the book is also oriented towards a lot of comparison between Jesus Christ and the Bible, and a lot of explanation about quaint little Indian customs, which probably the Westerners wouldn't understand before. So he's also explained that, and I realized I myself didn't know about this kind of India. So what he's written about meeting Gandhiji is like simple incidents, okay, small incidents, but very quaint and cute. One of it was like you sit down for a lunch, brass plate and brass glasses, and then he used to eat neem leaves for lunch along with vegetables, boiled vegetables, and unleavened bread, which is what is chapati or roti. So he gave Yoganand Paramahamsa half of the share of the neem leaves, and he just swallowed it with a glass of water in a hurry. He didn't want to bite it, chew it, and eat. But Mahatma Gandhi was chewing each morsel or each the leaves bit by bit and eating it normally, which shows, right, that he was able to detach himself. I don't think Mahatma Gandhi was ever referred to as a yoga master or any such kind of things. He was known as Mahatma Gandhi, non-violence and freedom fighter, right? But this nuance of him, I was not aware. The ashram in Wardha, and his wife was his partner as a treasurer of the ashram. And once there was an incident of a 4 rupee discrepancy, and Mahatma Gandhi publicly audited it and told that Kasturba Bai has made a mistake, and there was a 4 rupee less or something. Okay, and he spoke about it in public, and anybody else, any lesser mortal would have been pretty offended and maybe given up the post, walked away from him long ago. But just see, it's beautiful to know about the strength in people, that they might not be very famous as the famous ones that we know, but you can glean so much of nice qualities, right? Powerful qualities in a person, which show your mental strength by these kind of incidents. His famous principles are, of course, non-violence. So Paramahamsa asked him, what about if there is a snake about to, what do you say, sting a child, bite a child, then is it not right on my part to beat the snake or kill the snake to save the human life, the child? So Mahatma Gandhi clearly said that maybe there was a cobra in front of me right now, I don't know if I would have the courage to say this, but you cannot compromise on your principles based on your convenience of your circumstances. I mean, this is greatness, right? It's another thing that he was the father of the nation. He is the father of the nation. But these little tiny things, I found it very impressive. There are many other incidents that he's narrated about yoga, Himalayas, and miracles, and a saint who does not eat for 28 years, and so many things like that. But I'm still a little confused about whether it could really be true. I didn't know this aspect of yoga, and I didn't know that we have this power within us to summon our soul to higher powers. So interesting read. I'm not sure if it falls under the category of self-help book, but thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about it.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, Vidya. I think it was a wonderful thing to understand, actually, because definitely it may not be an actual self-help book, because it does not tell you about what has to be done, set goals, achieve goals or whatever, but definitely gives you, inner thought saying that, what our principles should be, how we need to live. That's basically whatever I think in the life coaching or maybe in NLP, these are the, one part of it, what they teach as well. So it's about your, self-awareness and kind of thing. So there is nothing different over there as well. Good stuff. So I think Vinita, you can go ahead, or you want to go ahead, or let us bring Suman.
Sir, I'll go.
Okay, great. Sure.
Hi all, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So hope you're all doing good.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today I want to tell a book named as Calm the Hectic Mind, which is written by Daryl Barnett. So it all talks about like how we have become isolated in the nature, like from the nature. So these days we are all much close to technology. We all use only electronic gadgets. We are all busy with our office work. So all in all, like we also eat, will all consume bad foods, or like we'll overeat, or we'll have that unnecessary weights on our torsos, or we'll throughout the day we all sit in that unnatural positions. So it'll somewhere or the other we are losing our health. And worst of all is that we humans, I feel that we are losing our connectivity with the nature. So the recent studies have showed that the author here emphasized that spending time or walking among the trees will improve our rather than we walk in the urban settings. And also it has researchers has found that if we are spending much of our time in the forest, it will reduce the cortisol level in our body, which is marked as the stress hormone. And it also reduces inflammation. It will improve our immunity, and also it will reduce the risk of early deaths. So altogether we can say that there is like the benefits of connecting with the nature is undeniable. So we are all living in the city area, and it is difficult for us to bring the nature into our settings. But still, the author has given us, he has mentioned that 6 steps to get connected with the nature. So let us see the first one. The first one is that get out in the wild and test yourself. That is like we should know, like most of us, we don't know how to do basic things like how to do a fire. What it tells us that we have to learn about water, food, and how to get that fire, so that we can also survive in nature. So this is one of the way to connect with nature. And the second one is he says that root down. So it is like root down means there is an exercise. So I would like to share here. So the exercise is called as tree exercise. So which will increase the leg strength, and will increase the concentration and deep breathing also, and will help us to have a good energy flow. So it is basically designed to connect our energy field up with the earth under our feet, and which helps us to keep us drawing from this abundant source at all times, just like an actual tree. So let us see how it is. So we have to, first step is that we have to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, and touch the tongue to the roof of our mouth, and gently breathe through our nose towards your navel. And while exhaling, we have to visualize that tree roots are actually extending into the earth. So on inhaling, we have to visualize that white light is being coming from the roots and through our body and all the way to the top of our head. So we have to repeat this several times with good breathing, and with the roots, we have to feel that like we are going deeper each time until you imagine that you are reaching the planet core. So it is like, I haven't tried it, but let us, like, we have to try this once. And the third one is that we have to, author says that we have to take a silent walk through the woods, right? So it is good. Like how it works is that you go out and begin walking very slowly and methodically. Like once you raise your knee up, so you have to inhale when you raise your knee up, and then you're exhaling, you have to roll your foot from heel to toe on the ground. So you have to repeat on the other side. So the goal is to slow your gait and to develop the balance in your feet, in your step, so that in fact this will it feels like unnatural, but it will work. So the thing is, so we can, you guys also can try it out. And the fourth one is that listen to what the people say. Like just you have to have a talk with the plants. So I do, but most of us, they feel that we have gone like insane, but it'll really work. And we have to spend some time at our local park. If you're not able to get into the forest or like Wi-Fi free zone areas, just you can go for a walk with the animals, or you can spend time, you can go, you can hug the tree, you can sit under the tree, or you can take or you can have a mini picnic inside the park, you can go for a walk, right? It all takes a less amount of time. And the last one is that if nothing else is working out, you can bring the outdoors into your home. That is like you can manage by having some small plants like snake plants, or like any herbal plants, which will actually releases oxygen into your environment and will help you to improve your health. So this is how we can calm our hectic mind. So on a go, you can go for a long drive, or you can get inside to the Wi-Fi free zone. So what I do is that there is a place called as HT Kote. It's like an extension of Nagarhole forest. So like there is a forest called as Balle forest. So it is like Wi-Fi free zone. So if I get into that, I feel that like it will be like calm and composed. Like so, the most of us to get rid of our stress and tension. So we have to use any of these 6 steps, so that we can have that good health. So this is all about this Calm the Hectic Mind, written by Daryl Barnett. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Vinita.
You.
I think That was too much of information. I don't know to follow some of the things. That was great actually. So it is good. So definitely what you're saying is correct, because we have been in urban life, and Wi-Fi free zone. I like it. Now you can throw away your phone, everything, whatever you have, and be be free. See, getting into Wi-Fi free zone itself will reduce. What do you say? It'll calm your mind, because if you don't have one phone device in your hand, that itself will 80% of the mind will be calm. So the next 20% is other things what we have, because that can have problems in there. Good stuff. I think we should read that book. That calm the hectic mind. Sorry. Okay, calm the hectic mind. Okay, we have one newcomer actually. Is Meenakshi is there? Meenakshi, you want to introduce yourself quickly? If you want to give your name, where you're from, what you do, quick 30-second introduction. Meenakshi Agarwal. Can you hear us, Meenakshi? Okay, thank you. She's has some problem, guys. I think we can go to next speaker. Is Tamra, you want to take up quickly?
Yes.
Yep.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, sorry, I think I missed Suman. No problem, no issues. We'll come next.
Okay.
Suman.
Yeah, no problem. I'm listening.
Okay. So today I'm continuing with the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The thing it's today not for the tax part. This is something learn to what to learn, not for money. This is the big chapter I have heard from various people. Like Sam also spoke about it with Vijay session. He spoke about it, but in this book it is been written clearly. The author is narrating a story where he went to Singapore for one of the job purpose. One of the Singapore's leading magazines editor is taking an interview of Robert, who's the author of the book. So during an official interview is over, there was a casual talk. She is expressing that I wanted to be like a great seller. I wanted to write a great selling book, or you would say that this is the what do you say? That's a top selling book in the year or the industry or this particular area, right? So she was saying it. So during the conversation, author understand her background. She's have done a PhD in English, having a good command over English, and she's already in the media industry. On top of that, Robert just gave one advice. Though she asked, he have given an advice that why don't you go and take up some marketing training that will help you to becoming a writer. All of a sudden, she started jumping that I'm already having a PhD on the English. I'm already working in the media industry. What else is required? Do you think I don't know ABCD? Do you want me to go and learn these and all? After that, author himself is regretting. I shouldn't told her like that. But people are thinking the learning is ending as soon as they are come out of their school, college, or a graduate. If they are already having a PhD or whatever it is, they are thinking it is done. But when you wanted to succeed in the life, that is not enough. Every day you have to learn, not just for money. When you wanted to learn for a purpose, that will give you a different perspective. In this specific example, she has a PhD in English. That's great. But she is seeking an advice from a normal person. If she felt she's already know everything, why she have to take advice from someone else? The someone else may not be having a PhD, but he is learning every day in and day out to reach that level. So people are thinking whatever the eligibility or qualification we have, that is what everything. I was there yesterday, still I'm here. That's not the case. Day by day, people are progressing and moving. That's what is determining where we are going to reach. So with that, he is giving one of his life experience. In 1969, he have completed his undergraduation in the Marine College. As soon as he completed, he got a job at California Standard Oil Corporation. In the year of 1969 itself, $42,000. That point in time, it was huge. Even now, it is huge. $42,000. He has started working there, and within 6 months of time, he quit. So when he got a job, all his family and everybody was having proud moment that my son have completed education, he's got a job. That $42,000 in that point in time is a huge amount. Everybody was proud of him. Within 6 months, he quit. He found a reason that money is not what I'm looking. The learning what I'm looking, I'm not finding it here. So he quit and he have joined to a marine company where he can fly. His purpose is, the author Robert he started taking advice from his rich dad from the year of 9, and he wanted to build his own entrepreneurship. So towards the direction, he wanted to know and explore the world. So he wanted to be where he can fly and roam around and know more stuff and learn more things. Instead of earning a 42,000, keeping it in pocket, he's just coming out of his comfort zone and moving ahead. And after going there, he learned about people and languages, different cultures, different territory, everything he learned. Still, he had one thing is blocking, that marketing thing. Going and selling something to the people, he was having difficult. So he found out that point in time, Xerox company is giving a good sales training. So he wanted to join Xerox. Somehow he joined, and he took all the trainings and courses which are being offered by the Xerox company to their own employees to sell the product and maximize the income of the company. So he have utilized that thing. So before joining Xerox, after 7-8 years of experience also, he still don't have a guts to go and knock the door and sell the product. If somebody is saying no, he would not face that situation. He was afraid of that. But to overcome that, he purposefully got it, because selling is the most important skill in the world. Without that, what I will not be fulfill my life purpose. I wanted to overcome my fear. So he purposefully went Xerox and took such courses, and he reached a level where he is one of the top 10, top 5 salesperson in the Xerox. The moment he reached, he quit the company. So he decided, he have set some benchmark that I wanted to reach. Money is not a thing. I have learned and I have reached that level. Then in the 77, he started his. So what the lesson here is, don't go behind money. You learn wherever there is an opportunity, keep learning. Your college or your school or your past life is not going to determine anything and everything. You can change your life at any point in time. There is an opportunity for learning everywhere. And even now, what he is saying is, he have lots of people who have traveled in his life. He's having a good connect. Either they have a purpose or no purpose, either a business return or not, he's still having a connect. On top of that, every year he's going for at least 2 paid courses. He's from the real estate background and landscape background, right? So we think he's already made a billions of dollars through the real estate, but even now he is going for such courses to keep him refreshed. And he's saying, he's recalling one such course in his early career. He has spent about $199 for one of the online course to know about the real estate. That particular course alone paid him back $2 million, at least as a minimum. Likewise, he is listing how many such courses he went, and each course how it's being paid back. So the bottom line is, so there is an ample opportunity to learn from everywhere. So you focus on your learning path. Don't just be behind money, but when you have a real purpose and the path, money will follow you. That's the great lesson from this chapter 6 of the book.
Great learning, Thamrai. I think that's true actually. So unless you build your skills up to the mark, I don't know, money will not flow. So you'll be stagnant where we are. That's what we have learned now from your talk. Great talk. So we will go to the next speaker, Suman.
Yes, Sam. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good evening all again, and I hope you are doing well and are safe at home. So this week I couldn't read any book, so I came across one of these manifestation techniques, which I saw the video, so I thought it will be apt to present in the book club. So I think everybody in this book club have read this secret book, right? Everybody knows the manifestation technique, so it is just a brush up. So the technique which I read, which I came across, was a 369 manifestation technique. It is said to be a theory which is written by the famous 19th century scientist Nikola Tesla. sorry, I forgot his name. Nikola Tesla, something like that. I'm sorry. So it's written by the scientist, and he chose these numbers because he believes these three numbers are very powerful. The number 3 represents like they have importance in religion also. Like every religion, they have some numbers which are holy and which are have a significant part to them. So similarly, he chose these numbers because number 3, according to him, represents the source of universe, from where your wish arises. Number 6 represent your internal power, the strength which you have to manifest or achieve your dreams in our life. And the number 9 is very important because most of us are either living in the anxiety of the trauma of the past or anxiety of the future. So it's very, very important for us to get disconnected and detach ourselves from the past and get rid of the negativity in the life. So there is a Vedic proverb, okay, yatha drishti tatha srishti. That means the world is in your mind. Everything is there in your mind. There are so many books out there which have been written just to explain how powerful our mind is, how to program it, how to make it think positively all the time. And so many presentations have been done in the book club also. Because everything is there in the mind and in the thoughts. That's the power of the mind. So coming to how to apply this technique is basically you have to grab a book, basically book or copy. Don't write it on the electronic media. Don't go for computer writing on the phone or something. Just take a pen or pencil, write it in the take a book, and you can name the book as your wish book, your manifestation book, anything like that. First step, you have to identify your dream. Okay, simply you cannot do that. I want to test something and I'm writing something. No, you have to identify. Let's say in this uncertain time, my goal is to stay happy, calm, and composed. Okay, so just write it down in the morning. Every morning, write it down 3 times. And when you're writing, you should not be simply like I'm writing something. You should feel it. Okay, you should whatever feelings you want to experience in the future. You have to live it today. So write it down 3 times. And second step is show gratitude to it. Like you should say, thank you, God, for keeping me healthy today, keeping me happy today. If you don't believe in God, thank you, universe, for keeping me happy and healthy today. So you should show that gratitude feeling. And once you close that book, you should not be like, you should not go back to that again, negative, what will happen to me today? I'm so anxious today. No, you have to live that feeling throughout the day. You have to keep that positive thought throughout the day. Then only it will work. So coming to the number 6, in the afternoon, again, take out the book, write it down 6 times and feel it, whatever feelings you want to manifest, visualize it and feel it for 6 times. Okay. And again, continue the positive thought process till night, because night we are going to write it 9 times. So basically we are writing 3 times in a day, in the morning 3 times and afternoon 6 times and night 9 times. So you have to do this at least for 45 days. And once you finish for 45 days, you have to let it go. It should not happen, oh my God, today is 42nd day, will it work? I have only 2 days left, whether this will work or not. Never ever go for that doubt or negative mode of thoughts. Always stay positive and surrender yourself to the universe and believe that, it is going to work. So the foundation of all the success and all the manifestation, whatever we do in life, is belief. If you believe that this technique is going to work for me, it will definitely work. If you believe that something I want to just test and with full of doubts, if you're going to do it, it will not work. So yeah, that is technique I wanted to speak this. Thank you.
Thank you, Suman.
Hey, thanks,
Thank you.
Suman. Yes, it's wonderful. I think everything grounds over to self-awareness. That's what I understood from,
Yeah, right.
I think, who spoke about it? Swati spoke about, the lens principle. It's also self-awareness. Once you understand who you are and, put actions on it, and everything will manifest automatically. So to believe in, again, yeah, self-belief is one thing which you talk about. Very
Yeah.
nice things. If you don't believe in yourself, that's the problem.
Mm.
Okay, so if you already like 9:52, we have Bashir. You want to speak? You're there, Bashir.
No, Sam, Basir is not there.
Not there. I think he left. Okay, no problem. Limi, you want to speak?
Only.
I think Limi can speak. Yeah.
Yes, I'll quickly. I was reading this book, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I think first law I have covered long back. The second law of this 7 spiritual laws is the law of giving and receiving. We all know, jab tak hum denge nahi, humko milega nahi. As I think Tamre was telling, right? That person, he has invested $199 and he started earning 2 million from that particular course or something. Same way, हम अगर सोचते हैं कि हमारे the money what we are having, if we keep it and store it or save it, it's not going to give us anything. So if you want anything, you have to spend, and if you spend, you will get it. So he tells about the money part also, that don't keep the money to yourself, it will become stagnant. It's kind of a river, it has to flow. So if you want something, you have to give money and then you get it, right? And the most important thing what he tells here is about the giving and receiving is whatever you give, you will get. So what he says is always whenever you meet a person, you give something or you gift something. And yes, whenever we listen this, ki gift karo to kya denge hum har baar. So it's not required that you have to give any material things. Yes, if you can gift, it's good. Otherwise, just a good thought for that person, a smile. This also works. Meet with a smile and pray good things for them. So when you do this, you will also receive that back. So he just summarizes 3 things in this book, in this chapter is give a gift to everyone you meet. So whenever you meet a person, you give a gift, anything, whatever is possible, material or non-material things you have to gift. The next one is gratefully receive every gift. So many times what happens, even we used to do this, that if any elder give us something, we say, no, I don't want, it's okay. We do this, right? If anybody gives us some money, any occasion, they give us money, it's okay, you keep it. The author says that we should not neglect that. We should not avoid that. If you're getting something, you should receive it. You should take it with full heart that, yes, if somebody is giving, they're giving it with, means they want you to give, that's why they're giving. So ले लो, उसके बाद अगर आपको वापस करना है तो बाद में किसी और तरीके से you can give them back also. So never stop anything coming to you. You have to receive that gratefully. Then always pray silently for others. Always, as I think we did a live also, we were telling that we can't give right now, we can't go out and help people, but at least we can pray for the people who are serving us. Right, so at least, so we have to give a silent prayer to others. So when we give, we will get it also. This is what I wanted to cover.
Wonderful, short and sweet actually. So great message, I think. Yeah, so don't reject any gift what you get. So I love that. No, I'll not reject any gifts. So what do you get? So that is good stuff. So I think it's a great book actually, written by Deepak Chopra. So when I first saw Deepak Chopra's book actually, so I never, in the starting when I started reading books, I never read any Indian author's book actually. And then when I went and found, who's Deepak Chopra, I was like amazed by his, achievements. So Tony Robinson has attended Deepak Chopra's webinars before he came into all these things actually, that how famous he is. So Tony Robinson talks about Deepak Chopra, how he changed, Deepak Chopra changed his life. That's how great he is. I think he has written great books, but he's little more into more of spirituality, law of giving, and all those stuff. Actually, you should and look into some of those books actually.
And I think he is a doctor also, right? He's a medical doctor.
Yeah, medical doctor. He was a doctor turned author and all those stuff. Great stuff. So I have 4 more minutes to go. So let me take you through a little bit of financial bit. So let me talk about a little money. So Tamare was talking about don't go behind money. So I'm also not telling go behind money, but I'm telling that, okay, set a goal in such a way that how we can achieve money, because money is always, you should not go behind money, but money is not bad. That is the thinking what you should have. Just like Tamare was selling is one of the greatest gift in the world. At the same time, you should not be worried when you sell something. If you're selling something and you're asking money from somebody, you should be happy about it. You should not think that, okay, you should not be thinking that, okay, no, I cannot sell this to somebody. I should not sell, any product to somebody. That is wrong. No, it is good actually, because in a way you are helping somebody to achieve something through that. Actually, you are giving out that. So recently somebody was telling about COVID itself. Actually, they had some oxygen concentrators at home, and I sold that. Some of them spoke about saying that, okay, in this COVID times, so why are you, giving it for free? And no, you are not giving it for free. So she told, I brought it for money. I'm giving it for money. So I don't have to give it for money. Giving it for Money also, it is actually a serving, because I'm giving to the needy and I'm giving it for a lesser price. Somebody who wants it, they will buy it and they will utilize it. So it's not that I'm greedy that in this time also I'm asking for money. So definitely money is good. So what I'm going to talk about is something which is my personal experience, what I had it. See, I will share my screen so that you will get some little nuggets about it. Just give me a moment. Okay. So can you see the screen? Can you see Excel sheet here? Can see this, right? Okay. So this is Excel sheet. I think when I got married, this Excel sheet, which I got from one of my financial advisors. So I asked him, I want to invest some money, and I paid him some money, and he told, okay, Sam, this is Excel sheet we need to fill, and we will come up with what is your expense and things like that. So it has good number. This is good to do. So if you are looking out for investment, I think, or not good looking for investment also, this kind of analysis you are doing, it is good for you. Basically, it talks about everything. What is your monthly income? So what is your, I've put some numbers here, so just for your reference. So it shows about a monthly income, what is it, what is your rental income, or what is your savings. It talks about what is your monthly rent, transportation charges, clothing, education, groceries, telephone, mobile, household, dining. So this will completely, take out entire expenses what you have, and whatever your goals are, education, planning, housing, whatever you have here, and what are things what you're going to have. And although what are the liabilities what you have, what are the investment what you're doing now, what are the investment you're not doing, what are the insurance what you have, everything. So whatever you're spending money on, everything you're putting out on a paper and arriving at, okay, so I have 1 lakh, probably I have a 1 lakh rupees of maybe monthly income. What is my monthly expenses? What is my goals? So what is I'm go have my liabilities? What is my investment? After that, what is my surplus? What I have? So this is how I arrive at what I can invest after this actually. So if you're not done this, I think this is first step of your financial goaling. Some of them would have already done it. Some of them may not be relevant for you, but some of them you're not done it, then it will be good to do. So take a pen and paper and write it down. What are your expenses? What are you investing on? What are your liabilities? And see what are the surplus, what you have, where we can invest on. So this is good for me for like at least probably some 7-8 years I use this, and it will really work for me, right? Because it helped me to arrive at come out from some of the depths and understand, okay, where I should invest and things like that. But the challenge was I was never looked at, okay, what is my goal? So I have 1 lakh rupees salary now. So what is my goal? Where should I go? So I'm staying in a 2 BHK house. How can I make it 5 BHK? How can I improve my car? No materialistic thing, whatever I want to have. How can I do some charity? How can I improve my lifestyle completely? So give back to the society and all those things. So that is where my mentor shared me something else. So this is what you do. This is amazing thing actually. This is something called as magic template. You can see the screen. Okay. So this doesn't talk about, what is your income now or what is your spending now. It talks about what you want to spend, what you want to buy, what you want to achieve, what you want to give back to the society, how much is there. So example, in this example, the home rent, or maybe it could be an EMI, whatever you have. If I have to pay 1 lakh monthly, so I require 12 lakh annual amount, what I want to, this is my 12 lakh annual amount, what I should earn actually to do it. In case if I have to pay in a 500,000, maybe in half a lakh for a car, then 6 lakh is my requirement for my car probably, and my so this is what I've done it. So example, if you go for a lesser amount also, probably 50,000, I want to say, I'm not able to edit this. Okay, it's okay, I have to get the access for this now, so that's fine, no problem. So what it tells about it is, if you want to achieve something, put your goals in place. What exactly you want to earn in next 5 years. Probably if you're staying in a example rented house, you're paying 20,000 rented house, and if you want to move to a villa where you want to pay a 1 lakh EMI, so put it down, what is my there. So this magic template, what it does is it calculates me what is my annual income required. So in this, the amount what you updated here, I require a annual income of 9 crore, more than 9 crore actually I require for an annual income. It's just a normal amount what I've added there. It is not my goal, definitely. I didn't have so much of goal as of now, but definitely, so I want to improve myself. So this magic template helped me to understand where I should go. So when I met my mentor first time, so what he told was, Sam, keep your financial goal in such a way that what you want to achieve. Apart from that, whatever you're earning now, as well as write down all the things, what are the skills, just like Tamare was telling, right? What are the skill set we need to bring in within yourself, so that which you can achieve that goal actually. So example, if you say I want to earn 1 lakh, and I'm sitting in the same job and I'm not doing it, upskilling myself, and I'm saying that manifesting, say, just like Suman told, saying that it will manifest, I want to achieve 9 crore, I want to achieve 9 crore, I want to achieve 9 crore. Whatever you do, it will never happen. So you need to put your action there, saying, okay, so if I'm getting 1 lakh because my skill set is 1 lakh rupees, that's it. Whatever I can arrive 1 lakh. So if I want to make sure 2 lakh, then my skill set should increase. I need to look out for a different job. Probably I need to change my domain, or maybe I start some other business or whatever it is. So some of the action what I took was, I know that, okay, skill set increasing, probably in the corporate job, it may take a longer time for me to do that. So let me now go back and find out other revenues where I can get money for. So probably look at my strengths where I can probably life coaching, probably NLP, or maybe doing some other businesses where I can get extra money, so that improve, add on to my income what I have. So that is where it comes from. So the financial what I'm talking about was, when you do a financial planning, so definitely do a financial planning according to your current status. That is good to see what I can invest from what I'm earning actually, but it will not be definitely good in case if you're looking for a very bigger goal. So in case if you have a bigger goal of, I want to buy a villa of maybe 2 crore rupees in Bangalore, then you need to keep a goal how I can achieve that. So what are the things I have, what are the spend I have to do. So it talks about not only this, it talks about charity as well. If I were to give a charity of example 4 lakh or 4 lakh rupees, then my annual income should be 55 lakhs. So then I can give a 4 lakh rupees of charity to this thing. So if my goal of giving back to the charity is 10% of my income, then I should accordingly earn that as well, right? So we need to set your goal in such a way that, think about it. So go back and write down, saying that, okay, your goal or your dream, whatever you have, like Suman also talking about the first thing, right? It's about dream, what you want to achieve. So say that, okay, I want to live in this house, I want to drive this car, I want to give back probably 50,000 on a monthly basis, I want to give 50,000 to charity. So this is what I want to give. So I want to take my family to a vacation with 50,000 rupees every month, or maybe once in a quarter, or maybe once in 6 months. I want to have an medical insurance of probably 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs, because I know that is one of the mandatory thing we should have it now, because health is going for a toss for most of them. What I want to have for my children, where should my children study? If I want to put my children in one of the great school, then my income should be so much. My total of my expenses on my children is this much. So today's children is one of the biggest liability today, because so we have to keep at least 1 lakh rupees or more than 1 lakh. I think if you're going to a very good school like international school and all, at least 5 lakh rupees, 5 to 6 lakh rupees, you have to keep it aside for your one kid, on an annual basis. You cannot touch it. That's how the numbers are. So if you're going in some of the old school and all, like my son studies in St. John's School in Fraser Town, for him itself, it's the yearly spend will be nearly close to 1 lakh rupees. That is because one of the missionary school, if you go for international school, definitely it goes 5 times double than that, right? More than that actually. That is how it is. So magic template, if you create by yourself and work on your financial planning, that will really help you to see where you stand today, and if you want to achieve your dream, what is the number of amount what you require. So accordingly put your number and arrive at the number and saying, okay, this is the number what I want to achieve. So if I want to live a life of my dream, then if I'm earning 1 lakh, according to my dream, that is 5 lakh. So my increment should be 4 lakh in my income. So that 4 lakh, what should I do? So should I work in the corporate job? Should I come out and build some business, or whatever I want to do? So you know to go in, execute it. But if you're going with the old template what I had, probably I'll be only looking at, okay, this is my income, this is what I can invest. I will not go beyond that. So magic template can help you to go beyond that and achieve your financial goals. Okay, so this is what I want to tell the people. So that is what from my end. So it's already like 10:06. We have exceeded 6 minutes of our time. Unless anybody have anything to say, then we will close it. Anything from anybody's end?
No, sir.
No, nothing. Okay,
Thank you so much. That was a great talk. Actually helps
Thank
us put
you.
across on our paper, I think.
Definitely.
Financial goals.
So we have to pay more tax when you earn more. That is there, but definitely if you have anything.
It scares me. It gives me
Okay.
jitters.
So let me share you one more thing as well. So not from the talking perspective. I thought I will share you some of the thing which Limi was talking about on our workout bit actually. So let me show that. So we can, if you want to refer somebody from your end, we can do that as well. Okay, let me open the files. I'll take like 2 minutes time. Let me go into this new folder. Okay, so this is what something Limi was talking about, right? So recently we got certified as fitness trainers as well. We were doing a course on fitness training, so from one of the Fabulous Body Inc. in US. So they certified as a fitness trainer. So with that, so we are doing this workout. So this one more thing is not added in this. This is Limi is already running 6 to 6:45 exclusively for women. This so she charges 250 rupees per head on a monthly basis, and 5 to 5:45 we started from today. So this is for exclusively not for women. It's for men and women. So this is also chargeable, and we have starting one more in the morning 7 to 7:45 very quickly. Probably in a couple of days we'll be starting it. So we are planning for it. There will be a couple workout. This is only for not for Taisin and probably Vinuta or anybody. So this is only for married people. So in case if you have a partner, unmarried partner also, you can come in. So what, and I say partner again, I'm talking about siblings. I'm not talking about other way of partners. So if you have sister, brothers, things like that, you can also do it actually. So it's a partner workout. It's amazing. I've come up with some good ideas so where you can enjoy with your partner, working out actually. So you can become healthier together. So this is completely free for book club members. In case if you want to refer somebody also, you can do that. We can accommodate it for free. So basically we're looking out for, as of now, we're looking out not for money, as Tamarai told. We thought of giving it for free because COVID is going on, and I think health is a priority thing. So we'll give back to the society in that way as well. So you can refer anybody, you can do that. So 6 to 6:45 exclusively free for women, 5 to 5:45 anybody can join, men, women. And 7 to 7:45 what you're going to start, it is for couples who is married or maybe other partner. If you have, you can join, because the exercise what we going to teach there will be more or less done by two people together. It's not like one person cannot do it, so it's better that we join with the partner. Okay, so one more thing I want to do is for the next week. So we will talk about the next week's this one as well, and we will close. Okay, sorry, I closed this one. Let me open the other one. So next week we'll come up. I came up with this theme, so probably most of them will like it. So next week we will speak about this book, The Magic of Thinking book, written by David Scott. So 19th May. So I will share this flyer with everybody so you can promote it as well. So you can check this book. I'll put the PDF file in this one as well. So you can go through whichever chapter you want to speak. Quickly let me know, or I can allot the chapter as well, so that there will be no duplication. So if you want to quickly do that as well, you can do it accordingly. I can go ahead and do that, because I think this will help us to understand about how thinking big can help us in one week itself. So next week, don't read any other book, read this book, and then come up with your share of it. Okay, thank you very much, Dan. So that's it from my end. So we will meet up next week again. So thank you very much for joining on time and finishing on time. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye all. Thank you. Good night.